A $12,000 car just achieved something that $100,000 American luxury vehicles can't match. And the automotive industry is pretending it didn't happen. The BYD Seagull, China's cheapest electric vehicle at approximately $12,000, just scored 5 stars from Euro NCAP, the European Crash Testing Authority, the same rating as vehicles costing 10 times as much. But that's not even the most shocking part. The battery technology inside this $12,000 Chinese hatchback passed the nail penetration test, considered the Mount Everest among battery safety tests. While undergoing nail penetration tests, the Blade battery emitted neither smoke nor fire after being penetrated, and its surface temperature only reached 30 to 60 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, traditional NCM batteries, the kind used in most American EVs, exceeded 500 degrees Celsius and violently burned under the same conditions. Before we break down exactly how China built the world's safest EV battery, why a $12,000 car has better crash protection than American luxury vehicles, what the nail penetration test actually proves, and why American automakers are terrified of this technology, make sure you subscribe. We're exposing the safety revolution happening in China that American companies can't match. Let's start with the test that separates real battery safety from marketing hype. The nail penetration test is regarded as one of the most rigorous ways to test the thermal runaway of batteries. The purpose is to simulate an internal short circuit of the battery. This is usually caused by external sharp metal objects penetrating the battery in a severe traffic accident. Think about what happens in a real crash. Metal crumples, sharp edges form. Something could puncture the battery pack. The nail test simulates exactly that scenario. Here's what happened when BYD tested 3 different battery types. Traditional NCM battery, nickel cobalt manganese, exceeded 500 degrees Celsius and violently burned. Complete thermal runaway. Fire. Explosion risk. The kind of battery fire you see in viral videos. Conventional lithium iron phosphate battery did not openly emit flames or smoke, but its surface temperature reached dangerous temperatures of 200 to 400 degrees Celsius. Not as catastrophic as NCM, but still extremely dangerous. BYD Blade battery emitted neither smoke nor fire after being penetrated, and its surface temperature only reached 30 to 60 degrees Celsius. You could touch it moments later without getting burned. 30 to 60 degrees Celsius. That's warm water temperature. Not hot enough to burn skin, not hot enough to ignite anything, not dangerous at all. This isn't just a lab trick, it shows a basic truth. The Blade battery has much lower fire risk, even in a serious accident that damages the battery pack. And this battery, this revolutionary safety technology, is standard equipment in a $12,000 car. Why BYD's chemistry is fundamentally safer. The secret isn't just clever engineering, it's chemistry. BYD uses lithium iron phosphate, or LFP. This chemistry has always been known for better heat stability and safety. The secret is in its molecular structure. LFP's chemical bonds are much stronger and need far more energy and heat to break. LFP triggers thermal runaway around 270 degrees Celsius, while some NCM types can trigger as low as 210 degrees Celsius. That 60-degree difference is the margin between a controlled situation and a catastrophic fire. But BYD didn't stop with better chemistry. The Blade battery also passed other extreme test conditions, such as being crushed, bent, heated in an oven to 300 degrees Celsius, and overcharged by 260%. None of these resulted in a fire or explosion. Think about what that means. You can overheat this battery to 300 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead, and it won't catch fire. You can overcharge it by 260%, feeding it more than double its rated capacity, and it won't explode. BYD even ran a test where a 46-ton, fully loaded heavy-duty truck drove over the Blade battery pack. The battery successfully passed without leakage, deformation, or smoke, coming out perfectly intact and ready to be used in an EV. A 46-ton truck, driving over the battery, and it still worked perfectly. Now let's talk about the actual vehicle. The BYD Seagull is a battery electric city car that costs below 90,000 yuan or $12,000 USD in China. And it just scored the maximum 5-star rating from Euro NCAP. It's called the Dolphin Surf in Europe. When watching the crash test videos of the Dolphin Surf, it is particularly impressive how well it did, considering its size and short crumple zones. Think about that. A tiny car, only 3,780 millimeters long, with minimal crumple zones achieve the same crash safety rating as luxury SUVs 3 times its price. How? The Seagull is equipped with 6 airbags, rear disc brakes, electronic parking brake, and electronic stability program. Its body in white contains 61% of high-strength steel and uses hot forming with a tensile strength of over 1,500 MPa in key parts, 1,500 megapascals. That's stronger than the structural steel used in skyscrapers in a $12,000 car. And the BYD Seagull received a 3A rating of excellence in Chinese safety testing with an average score rate of 92.2%. The score consists of 3 elements: safety of use, which received 91.8%, battery life charging 90.3%, and collision safety 94.5%. Crash safety results gave the BYD Seagull scores of 78.79%, 100%, and 87.10% respectively in the frontal collision, side collision, and whiplash tests. 100% in side collision testing. Perfect score in a $12,000 car. The safety features that cost extra on luxury cars, but structural safety is only part of the equation. Modern car safety depends heavily on active safety systems, technology that prevents crashes before they happen. The BYD Seagull comes standard with BYD's God's Eye suite, which includes a range of features like forward collision warnings, lane keeping assistance, and pedestrian detection. For a city-focused hatchback, this adds an impressive layer of protection for both the driver and other road users. The system is not just for stop-and-go traffic. If you are cruising at highway speeds and a sudden stop happens ahead, the Seagull is equipped to react with confidence. In regions like China, AEB is available in even the entry-level variants. Automatic emergency braking, the technology that can literally prevent crashes, comes standard on the cheapest model. Meanwhile, many American luxury vehicles charge thousands of dollars for safety packages that include these same features. But laboratory tests and safety ratings only tell part of the story. What happens in real crashes? Multiple reports have documented BYD vehicles with blade batteries in severe crashes, including high-speed rear-end impacts with no fires afterward. These cases confirm the lab results. The blade battery isn't just safe in controlled tests. It's safe in real-world accidents where variables are unpredictable and damage is severe. And the durability? The blade battery is rated for over 3,000 charge-discharge cycles with minimal wear. For typical drivers, this means well over 1.2 million kilometers, or 750,000 miles, of potential life. 750,000 miles. Most American cars don't last half that long before major mechanical failures. The BYD Seagull's battery is designed to outlast the entire useful life of multiple vehicles. Why American luxury cars can't compete on safety? Here's the uncomfortable truth. American luxury vehicles cost 5 to 10 times more than the BYD Seagull, and they're not safer. They use NCM batteries that fail catastrophically in nail penetration tests. They charge extra for safety features that come standard on the Seagull. They don't achieve better crash test ratings despite having longer crumple zones and bigger structures. The Mercedes S-Class, $100,000, uses NCM batteries that burn at 500 degrees Celsius when punctured. The BMW 7 Series, $120,000, charges thousands extra for driver assistance features that are standard on the Seagull. The Cadillac Escalade, $90,000, doesn't achieve better crash test scores than a $12,000 Chinese hatchback. American luxury isn't safer, it's just more expensive. But why can't American companies build batteries this safe? The answer is simple: they don't control the technology. BYD has been pioneering battery technology for over 2 decades. They're not a car company that buys batteries. They're a battery company that builds cars. The blade battery has been developed by BYD over the past several years. The singular cells are arranged together in an array and then inserted into a battery pack. Due to its optimized battery pack structure, the space utilization of the battery pack is increased by over 50% compared to conventional lithium iron phosphate block batteries. They're not just using better chemistry, they're redesigning how battery cells are packaged, structured, and integrated into vehicles. That level of innovation requires decades of battery expertise. Ford doesn't have that expertise. GM doesn't have it. Tesla buys batteries from suppliers. They're all dependent on external technology for their most critical safety component. BYD owns the entire technology stack, and it shows. Here's what should terrify American automakers. BYD officially announced that all of its pure electric vehicles will now come with the brand's ultra-safe blade batteries, with nail penetration testing fully adopted as a brand standard. Read that again. BYD made nail penetration testing, the test that most batteries fail catastrophically, their brand standard. Every BYD electric vehicle must pass the world's most rigorous battery safety test. No American automaker has adopted this standard, because their batteries can't pass it. BYD has never compromised in its pursuit of safety, constantly adhering to the industry's more stringent safety standards, like the nail penetration test. The blade battery is currently the only power battery in the world that can safely pass the test. The only battery in the world, not one of the best, not among the safest, the only one. So let's put this in perspective. You're shopping for a safe car. You have two options. Option 1. American luxury EV price, $80,000 to $120,000. Battery, NCM chemistry that burns at 500 degrees Celsius when damaged. Safety features, cost extra in premium packages. Crash rating, 5 stars, same as the Seagull. Battery longevity, degradation concerns after 100,000 miles. Option 2, BYD Seagull price, $12,000 if you could buy it in America. Battery, blade battery that stays at 30 to 60 degrees Celsius when damaged. Won't catch fire under any realistic crash scenario. Safety features, standard equipment including automatic emergency braking and advanced driver assistance. Crash rating, 5 stars from Euro NCAP battery longevity, over 750,000 miles potential life. The American luxury car costs 10 times more, and it's objectively less safe in the most critical component, the battery that could catch fire in a crash. Here's the brutal reality. BYD just set a new safety standard that American automakers can't meet. Every consumer who learns about the nail penetration test will ask, does my car's battery pass this test? And for 99% of American EVs, the answer is no. Every safety regulator who sees BYD's results will ask, why aren't we requiring this level of battery safety? And American automakers won't have a good answer. Every insurance company that calculates fire risk will ask, why are we insuring vehicles with batteries that fail the nail test when safer alternatives exist? And premiums for American EVs could increase. BYD didn't just build a safer battery, they proved that extreme battery safety is achievable at low cost. A $12,000 car has it, which means there's no excuse for $100,000 luxury vehicles not to have it. The game changed. Not because BYD built something expensive and exclusive, but because they built something incredibly safe and made it standard equipment on their cheapest vehicle. American automakers can't claim battery safety is too expensive, can't claim the technology doesn't exist, can't claim consumers won't pay for it, because BYD just proved all of that wrong with a $12,000 car that's safer than anything Detroit builds. China's cheapest EV isn't just competitive with America's most expensive cars on safety. It's fundamentally superior in the one area that matters most, protecting passengers from battery fires in severe crashes. And American automakers have absolutely no response. Stay tuned.